Good morning and a warm greeting from Antonio Carbonelli, Brescia, Italy. For some decades we have been living in a somewhat strange world. If a housewife wants to know the difference between a plate of spaghetti alla carbonara with guanciale bacon and pecorino cheese and a plate without them, she tastes both one with them and one without them. However, when such a wonderful thing is discovered by science economists, they rewarded the Nobel Prize, as it happened in 2021. Well, let's begin our rethinking of economics by dismantling microeconomics. That means by discovering the mystery of the source of profits. As I show at point 6 of my book Rethinking Economics, economic theory and economic textbooks by almost all the authors from Adam Smith to date propose abstractions in which there are neither profits nor losses. It's an imaginary world called perfect competition to divert attention from economic reality. Such an unreal model, merged into the so-called microeconomic analysis, is justified on the pretext that it would allow us to study the relationships in the real world. But it gives rise to unreal relations, such as the one which would occur between an increase in wages or in taxes and unemployment, whilst in reality, at least as a rule, profits exist and an increase in wages or in taxes only causes a decrease in profits or in remunerations of managers. So, microeconomic analysis studies an imaginary world that doesn't exist, to deceive those who haven't the means to reply. Robert Solow, Nobel laureate in 1987, brilliantly sees that in economics insinuate nonsenses masked as needed consequences of micro-fundamentals. However, until now, the basic economic textbooks have incorporated them. So, where do the profits arise from? Some economists say that they arise from the exploitation of labor, or that we must produce according to the law falsely attributed to Jean-Baptiste Say, or that we just need to stimulate the demand. But whose demand? Böhm-Bawerk, in his monumental History and Critique of Interest Theories, chapter 15, defines the issue of the interest on capital, that's the source of profits, as the fundamental issue of economics. Schumpeter, in the Eugen von Böhm-Bawerk scientific work, defines it as the greatest unsolved issue of economics. Yet, after them, except for an attempt by Rosa Luxemburg and an unfortunate one by Irving Fisher, there are no further attempts to investigate it. As it often happens, the most difficult things are the ones that we have in front of our nose, such as the existence of reality, a philosophic issue, by the way, that in front of it also Popper stops, and for which I propose the solution of critic realism. Similarly, the issue of the source of profits is one of the best kept secrets of the so-called economic science, to the point that in the 20th century economists gave up on explaining it. And indeed, they didn't have the tools to foresee and to deal with the crisis exploded in 2008. Well, next month, let's see about such a problem, the opinion of Aristotle. Meanwhile, thanks for your kind attention and goodbye.